But it's for the fans, too. The fans voted him in. They want to see him. If this All-Star game were in Milwaukee, I would be 100%. It's in Atlanta. The people of Atlanta want to see him again in this environment. And it brings up an interesting question. I know I talked about this. We talked about this a few months. It's funny. On my Instagram page, it still gets a lot of views and likes and stuff talking about his time in Atlanta versus his time in L.A.
Uh-huh.
He's in Atlanta for 12 years. This is his 4th season in Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah. That place stinks with him. You know what I mean?
It really does, and he occupies a really interesting place. I'm sure this is true of guys, and he's not the only person to ever do this, obviously. But he's almost a deadlock cinch to have his number retired in 2 places, and not just because he's been an exceptionally good player in 2 places.
That's a great point. Okay, so the other guy that comes to mind that's like that had a whole nother life in a different city, a Hall of Fame worthy career there, and then went another spot and did something, is Barry Bonds.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't put Show in that same category because this almost you ignore what he did with the Angels.
We'll get to him. I want to talk about that, too.
But as far as dudes that had like actual careers, ebbs and flows, career arcs, first, second, and third acts, and then do it again.
Yeah,
the list is kind of short.
It's very short.
Yeah,
it's very short. Like Reggie Jackson's on the list. Reggie in Oakland and Reggie in New York.
Yes,
like two and one World Series in both places.
A whole different family over here.
Absolutely,
and then this. Yes.
And Freddie Freeman won an MVP in Atlanta. Freddie Freeman won a World Series in Atlanta. Freddie Freeman has not won an MVP in L.A., but he won a World Series MVP in L.A.
Yeah.
Hit one of the most iconic home runs, not just in Dodger history, but in baseball history.
I think that evens out.
And I do, too. And maybe it's not perfectly even, but it's close enough.
I mean, which one would you rather have? I'd rather have the World Series MVP. That means a little bit more.
I think it wasn't
Freddie. It's a great question.
The MVP the year that they did win, but he wasn't the MVP of the World Series.
Of the World Series. No, he's won the regular season MVP means you're the best over 6 months. That's really hard to do.
Yes.
The World Series MVP means you're hot for a week.
You're in the World Series.
And you're in the World Series. But there are some guys that have won the World Series MVP that are extraordinary guys.
Yeah.
Oral Hershiser
if I had
and
my pick,
Freddie Freeman.
Give me the World Series MVP or the Super Bowl MVP.
I get
over the regular season.
Now let's talk about Shohei. You mentioned him a second ago.
Don't get me wrong. Yes.
Freddie will 100% have his number retired in Atlanta, and I think we're 95% of the way there in LA, if not 100. We're really, really close. Shohei, it's the perfect person, DeMarco. I'm glad you brought him up. He won 2 MVPs in Anaheim.
Right.
He did a thing that we've never seen before in Anaheim. He is the greatest Anaheim Angel as far as like all of this stuff together. Mike Trout won more MVPs in Anaheim, but Shohei did a thing there. The problem is none of those games were important.
Right.
Does that negate it? Or mean, they should still hang 17 in Anaheim when it's all said and done.
Who was the guy that Emily was defending in the home run derby?
Rooker.
It's almost the same thing. It's like you're the best player on a team that does it
better.
No,
No, it's not.
No. It's kind of the same thing like you were saying. It's like, yeah, you did it there in a season and a game or whatever that really didn't amount to anything.
But he won the MVP twice.
So he's a better player, but still, it didn't amount to team success.
Okay,
you didn't get.
It didn't amount to team success. Right. That part.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but he was the best player in baseball twice. Won the MVP twice. Did the pitching hitting thing for 4 of the 6 years he was there.
Right,
and was. He's the best player in the league. So, and it wasn't like he was there for 5 seconds. He was there for 6 full years.
Okay, so he's going down in history, or it's heading this way, as the best player we ever saw.
I think so.
Right? Could you actually accomplish that if he never became a Dodger and stayed an Angel and never won a damn thing?
And just kept doing what he was doing?
Could you say that's the best player I ever saw? Because I assume Roy Hobbs, everywhere he goes, they win. Not just he rakes.
Okay, I'm going to take you very literally what you asked me.
Mm-hmm.
If your question was, he's the best player I ever saw under those circumstances, yes, he could be that.
But some of that includes you got to win too.
Well, that's a different question, I think. Like he is the greatest player I ever, the greatest player ever. I don't know if that's the same thing as the greatest you ever saw. They're slightly different,
and
I think.
It's kind of the same knock on Kershaw a little bit. Like everyone hesitates. Is he the greatest Dodger pitcher you've ever seen? The first thing you think about is postseason.
It's on the list.
Yeah, he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get docked a little for it, some. So if you don't get that Dodger rub and you don't come here and win a championship, it would be hard for some people to say you're the best player in baseball if you stayed in Anaheim and never won anything.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Does that make sense?
I think that's fair. Because Mike Trout for 10 years.
Even if it was true.
Yeah. Well,
right.
Exactly.
Right.
Mike Trout for 10 years, I never seen anything
That's
like
what
that.
I'm saying, right. I know.
I mean, like, I've never seen anything like that.
Right.
Where he either won the MVP or finished top 2 or 3 for a decade. Get out of here. That's just stupid stuff.
There's also one more. There's one more Dodger that we could have in this conversation. That's Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
You know, he had his great accomplishments in Boston and was traded. He didn't leave. He didn't ask for a trade. It was kind of a shocker. And
The
Boston
ownership
fans still love him.
bears the responsibility
Yeah,
for that.
the ownership messed that one up.
Yeah.
And then has come to the Dodgers and won 2 World Series. He has 3 total World Series. I think he has the opportunity of getting retired in both places.
I got a question for you because
Yeah,
I never
that's a
thought
good
of
one,
this
man.
with Mookie. And I feel bad for Mookie because he's in Show's shadow. But it's cool because you can ride that to
Big
championships.
shadow.
Huge shadow. And there's no way around it.
Yeah.
I never thought that Mookie would play for anyone else other than the Dodgers after this. Like, from here on, he'd retire as a... Do you think Mookie plays someplace else?
No. And
Okay.
and for
You
one
had to
very
think about it?
specific reason.
Okay.
Yes, I do
Yeah,
have to think
yeah.
about it. But the reason I land on no, I'll give you at 10 o'clock. You asked about Mookie earlier
Yeah.
and whether or not I could see him playing for a different team. And I said no. But I paused.
Like, the door's open, right? You could see
Yeah, I think
how
it
these
is.
things work. Yeah, okay.
I think there are a couple of things at play. Number one, I think Mookie wants to win. And that's why I land on no. I don't think Mookie wants to just be in the league. I think Mookie wants to win. And this gives him the best chance to win. It's not a guarantee, but the Dodgers will be in the playoffs virtually every year for the rest of Mookie Betts' career.
He doesn't seem like the type that would be happy being second fiddle even when he's winning.
That's why I paused.
That's why he's playing short this year.
That's why I paused.
Okay.
I do think that there's a world where he, and I don't mean this in any way other than as a compliment, he likes being the center of attention. He likes being the best player on the team. You're not going to be that on a Shohei Ohtani team. You're just not. Shohei Ohtani sucks all of the oxygen out of the room. Shohei Ohtani. And it's not Shohei's fault. It's not Mookie's fault. It is what it is.
The way it goes.
It's just the way that it goes. Yeah. And maybe that's what it is. The problem is he makes a lot of dough. And I don't think he's past the peak of his career. But you can see it
How
from
much
here.
is he making?
He makes 30-some million a year.
And he's been paid for a while, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the first thing I thought right before you said that was, I wonder what you could get for him.
But this is going to sound really weird. Less than you think.
Really?
Yeah.
For Mookie Betts?
Yeah, because he's so expensive. Who would, first of all, you got the people that could afford to take him on. It's a really small group
East
of
Coast,
teams.
Mets, Yankees.
Okay. Yeah. There's 2. So you don't have this bidding. The guys that pull in huge hauls are guys that are cheap, guys that are young and cheap before they've gotten paid. Or a guy like a Juan Soto who hits free agency at a relatively young age. Mike Trout, who's getting closer to free
Would
agency.
it help you get a Skeens?
Mookie? No.
Would it help you?
No.
No. Okay.
The Pirates have zero interest in a player like Mookie Betts. They can't pay him. The reason they're moving Skeens is because they know they're going to have to pay Skeens at some point.
Wow.
So you get a whole group of young guys along the way.
Yeah.
Mookie is still one of the best players in baseball and will be, I think, for several more seasons.
Oh,
but
yes.
That's a really interesting question.
I would settle
Mookie
in.
Ohtani and Freeman are all on the other side of 30 years old.
Yes. Settle in,
coming.
bro. Yes. Settle in. Go back to right field and live out your days winning championships. Watching Shohei do his thing.
What's really interesting, too, and not that Mookie's anywhere close to this, but Freddie Freeman is. Will Smith kind of sort of is.
Is close to what?
That time in your career where you could slide into a designated hitter role.
Oh, right. But there's no place to go.
Not in L.A. You're
There's
not.
no place to go.
Not in L.A. You're
See?
not.
Wait a minute.
There's no other, Mike Trout at this stage in his career, they're putting him in that DH role far more frequently than they ever have before to try to save his legs and keep him, and extend his career. It's normal. Aaron Judge, the older he gets, the more times he will DH, the fewer times he'll be in the outfield. It's the normal. The Dodgers don't have that luxury.
So play that out in 5 years. If you can't slide Will Smith to DH, you can't slide some of your best hitters that are getting old to DH because Shohei's got it blocked.
5 years from now,
Yep.
Freddie Freeman is in retirement.
Okay.
Okay, so he's gone.
Who are you replacing him with?
Maybe Will Smith.
At first base.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you put him down there. You put Rushing or whoever the next catcher
and Freddie
is.
retired. I didn't have to do anything.
Freddie's close. He's still a really good player, but Freddie's in his mid-30s.
Okay.
Freddie's not going to be playing every day at 42 years old. I don't think maybe, but I don't think so. So, yeah.
It's a manageable problem. Yeah.
But Mookie's not going to first base. Mookie's not going to designated hitter. He's shortstop 5 years from now. I don't know.
Settle in, bro.
Yeah.
Settle in. I think you.
Left
I
field,
hope
maybe?
you got it out of your system. I really did.
The shortstop part?
I hope you did. I hope you got it out of your system.
Could you go back?
Yeah, you can. You'd have to eat it a little bit. Have Dave bail you out and said, I made him go back. Yeah, you can go back. Have Dave fall on the sword for you.
That's interesting.
Absolutely. You can.
It'd have to be something like that, though, right?
Yeah,
it couldn't be.
I failed.
I tried it. Wasn't for me. I'm going back.
Yeah,
I think he burned the boats when he went there.
Have
like
upstairs help you out. We have told Mookie he's playing right field.
We have made a organizational decision, and you could even kind of wink, wink, nudge, nudge that he is unhappy with, but we've decided in the best interest of the team. And then he goes out there and pretends he doesn't like it for a couple of weeks, and then just lives it out
Well, you
there.
tell me this with Mookie. You followed his career closer to me. And, okay, Jared Goff saying, I didn't like to be cut because it's his first time. Who else had a first time? LeBron.
Yeah.
LeBron is living in a world where it's different.
He's not the prom queen king anymore. He's the runner-up.
Everywhere Mookie's gone, he's been the best guy, arguably.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, or I could chase that guy down. We could trade spots. This year I'm better than you. This year, you will never eclipse Ohtani. That's got to be hard for that guy.
Sure.
No matter what I do, no matter how great I play, I will never eclipse him as being the guy on this team.
No.
That would be new for me, and that would suck. But I
could
could also settle in fast, too.
It would be an emotional suck, but an intellectual, I get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The emotional suck would be, seriously? There's a world that exists where I'm the second best player in baseball, but I'm not the best player on my team.
Right.
Like, what the hell is this? But the intellectual is, I got the greatest player ever on my team. Let's go win a bunch of World Series.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope that